and we expected it would be better than the previous versions of Astralis. I think they had some decent runs so far, but nothing spectacular. And to be honest, I think disappointment is the word that mostly is covering the team. Cadian was also saying in that same interview that he has higher expectations for himself than anybody else would. So definitely expecting to get the win here for them.
Well, alrighty. Pistol Round is live. One of the factors of picking Nuke means you start on the T side, and we're going to get kicked off with an upper rush. Dooley's on top of Hut. USP inside the bomb site does the work at Stair, but nobody was watching Door. So all the follow-up kills go to sAw, and Pistol Round is being contended. And now it's a recovery mission for Astralis.
Yeah, Cadian coming out of heaven needed to land that shot quite quickly, but the plant is in. And Astralis held out. So despite getting a decent start to the pistol round, sAw able to fight their way through. And sometimes those upper busts of Glocks can just be unstoppable.
Yeah, but usually when an upper bus comes in and a USP inside the bomb site gets the first 2 kills like that, it's, you know, from there, it's kind of like you're able to hold on and sustain. But the fact that nobody had eyes on Door, nobody from Mini was protecting it whatsoever, meant 2 players focused on Hut Door, gave so much space to the other side of the attack. So those nice shots from Stair to open things up in Hut go to waste. And a pistol round is won by sAw on T-side Nuke.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All he needs to do is just turn around and look at it. And Cadian with the damage done will be taken out by the bomb blast. Device, the only player staying alive with 1 HP. You know, USP shots on behind the head, Jason.
Look, I'm just glad he got the kill at the end of the day. I'm just glad he got the kill. Yeah, and look, I mean, look, Yabby on top of Hut is like staring straight down, it falls to Story, who's coming out Hut, and yeah, just the follow-up defense in that upper bomb site was just paper thin and got ran over. So pistol to sAw, which is a nice benefit for your T-side Nuke.
A lot of damage to Mutiris early doors. Vice looking to bring some heat with a scout. If you can soften up some of these opponents, well, then you can get a couple of these pistols working pretty deadly. But it's 1 kill onto Mutiris, Device down immediately after. So 1-for-1 trade to kick things off. Astralis is forced by. Still going to be difficult to win this. Got a decent chance of it because Stair's got another kill, make it a double with that MP9. SHR and Roman left 2v4, and Astralis have a great chance here to tie up the scoreline.
Yeah, they really do, but this play in from Mini, oh, it doesn't actually work up with the player from Door. They don't sync, they don't work together. Cadian and Big Garage with the scout. Is he going to be found by SHR, who's traveling all the way around? There's that kill. Roman goes down and Squeak Door, and it's just the one player looking to wrap up heaven. Now, I will say, Astralis could get caught off guard by this because Cadian's position means they won't really think this is possible.
The top Hut player certainly not thinking it's possible. A lot of noise distracting SHR.
If he takes Cadian first, that gives away the game.
So he doesn't. And he goes into the A bomb cell. Look at this. 2-3 kills if he can snatch the top Hut player, but it's the third of the door that he's just not ready for. Yabby comes around, saves the day. A nice attempt. That was the only way that there could have been a round victory in the end there for sAw, but Astralis bounced back with a force-buy victory. That's the shot. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Nicely done through the blue box, so an immediate rebuttal with the weaponry. At top Hut position with the MP9 doing great work, and Astralis tie things up. They bounce back after the lost pistol round, and let's see how much they can build upon this.
Hey, the MP9's a pretty good gun, Jason, isn't it?
Even with the nerf, it still maintains some a nice place in the Counter-Strike ecosystem.
Yeah, I don't think the crouching the crouching nerf is going to change it all that much, but Stair showing us the abilities of playing off the top Hut with the MP9, and we've got sAw down to Tech 9s. They buy back themselves, so let's see if their force by war will continue or if Astralis put an end to it right away. Yabby. A comfortable spot with your back turn, but Stair making quick work of 2 again with his MP9, traded out by Mutiris. Here comes Device from heaven, and with the kill on Mutiris back, it's once again Astralis in the lead with the player count, but the grenade blast Device out of position. Cadian nearly getting taken out by the Tech 9 directly below him, and he'll decide to change up his spot and take a breather and allow sTawn to make the next move, and he'll do so effectively in terms of taking Agil out of the round. So SHR left charging towards sTawn, who just gets around the corner in time and composes himself with the rifle to close out this force buy, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good recovery. But if that's the kind of game sAw is going to be playing throughout this half, I mean, if you continue finding success, you can really piss off Astralis. Like, if you're just going to be coming through the smoke like that, Yabby's just like, what the hell are these guys doing? Why is this the way I'm getting killed? More often than not, that's going to fail in the other direction. But if you continue to catch Astralis players unaware that you're willing to take those risks, that's going to be a really frustrating thing building up within their CT side. So we'll see if that continues to be an issue.
Down to Glocks, and Astralis about to take a 3-1 lead. You know, looking at this tournament overall, Jason, we're missing out on the top couple of squads, right? So with the other teams in attendance, the likes of FaZe Clan and Eternal Fire, perhaps even the MongolZ, I think, add to that conversation. You look at the field of teams we've got here, and it's still incredibly exciting, but I think we have chances for some different winners. Where would Astralis rank in your mind when you're looking at the list of teams you've got in attendance here?
Oh, I don't know. Not
expectation.
bottom half. I don't expect them to be in the playoffs if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all I got. This is not a playoff team in my mind.
Isn't that crazy to think about when you look at the players on this team and you know what they're capable of, but you're looking at a tournament like this and you can't even consider them a playoff.
I mean, kind of, but at the same time, like look at the results and look at the play recently. In that sense, it's not like like the names from towards the end of CS:GO, obviously Heroic and Device and everything like that, huge names. But with the way that they performed in this Astralis lineup thus far, I don't think it's a surprise at all to think that they would kind of disappoint with their end result.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Here we go. sAw getting back into the purchase. They'll have the AK-47s. And like Leo in the hands of Story. Nice and clean from Yabby. Let's see what kind of game plan sAw have for us here on the T side. Their first gun round so far with Nuke.
That's a lot of utility being thrown out right out of the gate. They've used pretty much everything to set up this smoke wall outside. They've blocked off Big Garage. They've done a 3-smoke wall. All 5 smokes used, but it's all a fake. And they've pulled Astralis out of position over towards ramp room. Cadian's going to be hearing some footsteps, although now they start walking. You already have 2 players who have dropped down to protect against ramp room. And now sAw have to figure out exactly where they want to go. They've encountered no resistance in ramp room, so now they have to decide, do you want to wrap around heaven? Do you want to fall back to lobby? Or do you want to attack into the lower bomb site? I don't think they have the resources to go down low.
Well, Materis is doing a pretty good job on his own outside. He's got that pick onto Device. So the opening kill is there. And SHR, look at this maneuver. Through the lockers.
This has actually worked out perfectly.
It's worked out exactly the way they wanted it in the end. sTown has gone down, and we're now looking at Astralis in a 3v5 recovery with 50 seconds left, favoring sAw.
Yeah, but there's still 2 players downstairs, so if sAw thinks they can just come down here for free, Yabby's going to come investigating. Big fight, big win for SHR. A second kill in the round for him. Stare is still downstairs, but he's only got the SMG.
"30 seconds. You know what Stare can do with the MP9? Trigger discipline for the first, but the spacing is quite spaced out. As sAw come in a little bit later and confirm that trade kill on Stare. Cadian left in the clutch, 1v3. An impossible situation for Cadian as he chose to look the wrong direction and gets pushed on his blind side. So sAw, interesting round.
As much as this team might be in a busted situation, that's a cool tactic, and also, I mean, just smart play the way they handle the mid round as well. Materis looking outside, but even when you're going to take that lower bomb site, send the low HP player in first. He kind of baits out the position of Stare over towards window, and it's an easy response from there. So just a well done job from sAw managing the round from start to finish. Off is out in the hands of Device. 4 M4s, and let's see if sAw can keep making them move around the map. That's a cool camera angle.
Yeah, I love that. Cinematography award goes to...
That's some old school PGL giving us the cool camera angles.
Yeah, I still remember the first tournament where we started getting the cinematics.
Yeah.
Oh, mind-blowing. Whole new way to watch Counter-Strike. And a custom HUD as well. That was feels like just yesterday.
All right, well, you've thrown the smoke wall again, not the same one with 4 smokes outside, but you've forced the rotation of Yabby to move downstairs into vents to watch towards secret. No one's outside. No one's left lurking. This is going to be a hit towards the upper bomb site. Smoke for Mini, Molotov, top hut, and rafters. Stabn and Stare to defend. And they've got 2 counter Molotovs as well. That can be quite a nice feature of the defense.
The execution being lined up here for sAw. Util goes in, top hot molly to arrive. It's going to disrupt the CT setup, but Cadian's still going to make it work. At ramp, he's going to try and get back to safety, but he's under so much pressure, and Agile just tanks the Molotov. CT side molly is not exactly that good. And Device able to come back. Agile at least going down. That keeps Astralis ahead in the final 25 seconds here. And the bomb just about getting picked up and heading back in towards the A play, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere for sAw.
No, there's even a player inside the bomb site as well. 15 seconds, Mutiris has just got a sprint, and he's got no time to be cautious about this. Stare surviving just on the edge of the Molotov. Good kill from Stare, and there's one for Mutiris. Does he have the time?
There's enough time, but it's denied, unfortunately, by Yabby coming up, but a great attempt from Mutiris. He gets 2 quick kills. He had exactly 4 seconds as he started planting that bomb, and just unfortunate for him that he was exposed to the quick vent play. And you get to see the incendiary a little bit later here, but Agile realizes, I don't have to respect it, to be honest. I can just push Cadian.
Yeah, that would piss me off if I'm Cadian, though. I'd be like, what the hell? He just ran through the full Molotov. I got that out in time, and he still just runs through the entire thing. Well, Mutiris does his best, but there was no chance in the final kill. Yabby had him beat, but some nice frags to keep the money low. I don't know if the oppers are covered. Astralis might not have it moving forward, so economy is going to be in a rough place for both teams.
Coach Golden standing behind sAw. I'm sure he feels like he's walked into a burning barn.
I know that feeling.
It's probably not a fun feeling, Jason, going into a project like that.
Yeah. No, it does
You're
suck.
full of motivation, excitement to start a new chapter, and that chapter's closing for your teammates. He's even learned Portuguese. They're trying to.
Doing his best. Well, towards ramp room we go with the lower buy. Tech 9, some Galils, light on utility, but they're going to attack into it.
Device. Gonna peek out from hell. Doesn't want to commit to the fight. So drops back, and sAw have the ramp room and access to the B bomb site if they want to go down the ramp. There is a rotation, though, of 2 players defending the B site for Astralis.
Yeah, but they're mostly focused on secret because no one's really outside, so they don't know if someone had lurked across earlier on in the round. Now kind of moving low. Still those secret players that have dropped down are pushing towards secret stales, now coming back. But without any utility, there's no indication this hit is going to come until these footsteps are made. Roman being the bait as he heads into the bomb site. You've got Cadian control side. You've got Yabby at decon.
Tap onto the site. Here comes Yabby. Not going to go forward because he realizes that's a fake plan. Now it's the commitment. Trying to deny it, and they line up. No one is looking at Yabby. No one is looking at Decon, but that plant still comes in just about secured on the final tick. And Roman and Story have a great chance because of those 2 kills to close this out. It's Mutiris with that Tech 9, takes 2 kills on ramp. And Astralis were seconds away from denying the bomb plant and putting themselves in a powerful position. But now it is a round victory for sAw.
Yeah, what happened? I have no idea how that occurred. They were in such a strong position. When Yabby gets his double kill from Decon, it's like that is such a hard situation to recover from sAw. But they make it look so easy.
I need to see how Mutiris gets
those
2.
kills. Yeah, exactly. Where did this Tech 9 come from?
I guess he just might have got like a good timing as he pushed ramp. Like he could have just pushed on the ramp side where they're looking the wrong way. This is, yeah, look how close he is. Oh, so close to denying the bomb plant. That would have thrown everything away. But
I'm surprised he committed after that, to be honest with you.
They just didn't check him, and then they lost. Device loses the fight.
All right, well. That's one way for it to go down. I'm surprised Yabby, after that double kill, didn't just back up into decon, into safety, and let somebody else play. But I mean, yeah, those kills, you get Cadian jumping out control side window, you get Device just kind of, or Buterish, I should say, pouncing at the right moment, Stare not clearing his corners. That's a brutal way to lose a round that you had control of. And Astralis are sitting here looking at the scoreboard like, this should be 5-2, we should have tons of money, we should be fine, and now we're scraping together whatever we can to continue fighting.
Do you think there's a small world in which Yabby thought he denied the bomb plant, and that's why he's just swinging? He's like, they haven't planted. But so close to it, just unfortunate that he couldn't stop the planting. For sAw, that's a miracle round for them to pull out. Meteorus and the Tech 9 loving the fact he got those 2 kills that canceled any retake attempt. And sAw looking to tie up the scoreline here as Astralis only have 1 rifle, everybody else on pistols. Story on the prowl outside. Going to be the drop down to fight in towards main. A lot of damage being done into SHR. In fact, he's finished off by Device. Trade will come in elsewhere thanks to Story. And a 4v4 established with Agil biting back onto Device. So should still be good here for sAw.
Should still be. And usually, I mean, they've been solid in these positions as well. They've been really good at playing the mid round. So pausing and waiting, looking for a reaction that's not coming quite yet. Astralis going to wait for the next move, hit a timing around the 45-second mark to start clearing lobby. Story, if he goes down, this round can open back up. Nice kills from Yabby.
Oh.
One more would be a thing of beauty, but that's a lot to ask for. Meanwhile, here's Stare flanking behind, and the 5-7's doing work. Round is turned on its head because why the hell not?
I guess
Bomb
that's
in control of Muteris, and he drops down vents.
That's why we always have to say should be, Jason, because there's always a way in Counter-Strike with these pistols to get involved in the action. Now the double dive down the vent. Meteorus is going to hear those steps. He's going to start planting, commit to it, and now a 1v2 to try and close out with the AK-47. He's going for the inspect. It's bold, and it's stylish, and he's got one, but couldn't stop Cadian from swinging on it. And Astralis with 1 rifle and 4 pistols come back and win it.
Oh man, again, they get punished by the exact same thing Astralis lost to in the previous round, which is not clearing your corners, which is losing that detail. Stare and Mini able to get a double with the 5-7 is wild.
There's Yabby's double 5-7.
Or Yabby, excuse me.
Yeah, here he is. First comes in, then second, it's just crazy. Okay, very scrappy game of Counter-Strike so far, Jason, between Astralis and sAw.
Yeah, it really is. Putting it in a weird place, though, but I mean, Astralis going to be happy they rebound immediately with that force buy. So their money is saved. A buy up from sAw, but again, utility has been an issue on this T side. They've had some solid buys in terms of weaponry, but utility sometimes been a problem. They've made the most of it so far, but how long can that last? This time bringing forces to bear outside. All 5 players going to be heading along the red box behind this wall.
A lot of damage done. Material finished off. Stavn still around here outside, but left looking a little red in the face because he's caught looking in so many different positions and then just too much to handle for Stavn, so he's gone. And we've got a 4v4 thanks to that. Yabby's been getting fed in towards main. There's another free kill for him as Roman walks right into his crosshair. And sAw looking to pick up the pace and accelerate down B.
Yeah, they're going to hear these footsteps, and you already have one player, Cadian, coming over from ramp room with the AK-47. He's got to live, so takes a little shot on the cross, but doesn't commit to anything. Now he's got to back off in case they aggress his position. Meanwhile, the rest of the 3 Astralis players have not rotated yet. They don't have control of vent, so it's going to be a long rotation, and they've only got the 1 kit on Stare. So a tense situation for Astralis lining up for a 4-on-3 retake.
Well, time is starting to tick significantly here, Astralis. There's no kit. So, job done.
Yeah, I mean, they can pick it up, but I don't think they have the time to get in. The Astralis, this round just fades away.
Yep, bit of a wet squib.
Well, because they couldn't get down vents, they had to rotate. Vent player had to wait for them players to get in position so that he can go down while they're taking attention away. That's over half the bomb just ticked off. So, I mean, that's a pretty, I don't know, wet noodle of a way to end the round.
Yeah, sloppy noodle, Jason. Not good at all. But this is sTawn outside. Once he gets the initial kill, he can't run anywhere. So he's stuck, gets traded. Yabby gets the follow-up kill for Astralis. You start to think it's looking pretty good. The retake setup looks okay.
But they never, like, I mean, the situation for the retake was looking okay, but it felt like they never actually pulled the trigger to go for the retake. It just kind of faded out. Back to fast-paced upper, and they're gonna dive down vent immediately. One player's made it down the tag aisle, and over towards ramp room. It looks like SHR wants to bring the team, but sTawn's gonna come through, clears the smoke, and finds the kill.
Yeah, great kill from sTawn. Just some aggression that SHR was not ready for.
Do they have this information? Surely they do. Yeah,
well, they're coming down to have a look. And they're going to see that big old door open up. So they're going to check for him.
Are you going to clear dark, though?
Yes. Eventually. Yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Finally, they get the trade kill. Cadian able to get back on Akil. At least it was two of them, Jason. Confirms the kill and keeps Astralis ahead by one player.
And the only thing that sAw can really do is likely to head down to this lower bomb site. Good kill from Story. That's Device who's been found, but they're going to hear the sound cues of his reposition outside. And still sAw is waiting patiently. Cadian is going to have to just kind of tuck behind this silo and spend the whole round waiting for the attack that he feels is coming. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Well, Roman. Another pick. Story just below rips the head off of his opponent, Stare, and now Cadian left 1v2. 24 seconds as the bomb is starting to make its way in towards A. So Cadian to clutch.
They're already watching Vents as well. He's going to get taken out as soon as he comes out. This is going to be a really tough fight. If he wins it, it'll be special, but it should be impossible. Okay, he's won it, because why the hell not? And now we've got a one-on-one, and Cadian, he's got time for this.
What is happening? How is he allowed to win that fight? Cadian down to a 1v1. Roman around the side. Cadian whiffs the initial bullet and couldn't compose himself to close it. Oh, this game has everything. And nothing at the same time. But I am really so surprised he gets up the vent there. I'm so surprised he gets up the vent.
The gun barrel might have made that fight really awkward. I'm just gonna give the benefit of the doubt. The gun barrel popping out always kind of screws with your timing of when he's actually gonna jump out vent, but still seems crazy. Still seems crazy that he would have won it.
It gets the more difficult kill. Probably should have won this, but didn't against Roman.
Yeah, Roman throws him off with a nice little off angle. Holds his nerve. 5-5, and Astralis forced into a full-blown save. All right, now we
just got one on the USP. Is it going to happen, Jason?
No, it's not. It's not. It's going to be 6-5 in the favor of sAw.
Bomb plant in.
And if they could save this AK-47, they might actually need it. Money's going to be a little bit tight into the next round, but sAw's looking pretty ruthless in terms of denying that. MIBR is kind of trapped in aggression, and it doesn't matter. It's the fight he was looking for anyways. So 6-5. And we'll see what Astralis can scrape together for the final round. Stare's a little bit busted on money, so is sTawn. But losing bonus should help them out in a big way.
sTawn wants the AK, but, you know, sAw are going to be aware of that. And they're going to make sure that AK doesn't get saved over. sTawn gets on the roof. Should be able to snatch one here at the end. Nice shot. And boom!
Over the fence, 10 points. Nicely done. Judges love it. The fans are on their feet.
And that is the best performance so far. Yep, that is the gold medal winner right there. sTawn over the top. But fist bumps coming in. And that beautiful mustached man, Golden, as we are getting ready to go into the last round of this first half. Right down the middle it could be, 6-6. Astralis have a bye going into the last round of this half. It's been a very scrappy game of Counter-Strike, I think it's fair to say. Here comes Device over towards red. We've seen sTawn attempt some aggression. It's now Device's turn. And he is going to apply that pressure around into the back lines, and he will, in fact, collect Mutirus and get away.
Okay, Cadian's got the AWP. He's gone back to the old familiar. First kill is his SHR, and he's going to back away, fall back to a new perch and grab an angle. And they have to chase down to him. This is the only option left for sAw. And all of Astralis is here, and this will be a retake. 5-on-3 at the moment, so they can be patient behind these smokes.
Minute left on the clock. No plant coming in yet because they can be rather patient about it. So the plant is now through. Agil confirming it. And Device not peeking. Now, we have seen a number of fluffed retakes from Astralis. This cannot afford to be one. It's a 5 versus 3 in their favor. Cadian patience. Oh, it nearly pays off. But he doesn't get his crosshair in the right position. Fortunately for Cadian, though, Device and Yabby looking to close this out together. And just too many players, too many positions for Story to worry about. And Astralis coming to tie up the scoreline at the half.
But you know what? I'll say this. For all the deficiencies that I thought there'd be in the side of sAw because of all this roster upheaval, the changes that seem to be coming with Roman and SHR leaving the team, or the report that they'll be leaving the team, they played a much better game. And they were able to force Astralis to stub their toe just enough times with just enough silly, devastating losses to give themselves a very good T-half. You combine that with the pistol, this is great for sAw. Much better than I expected coming into this, tied up at 6 as we switch sides.
Yeah, I mean, Nuke has always been a map that they've been pretty proficient on, but yeah, really impressive T-side, a lot of cool rounds from them. And being able to stay in it, even when Astralis could break their money, they were winning these force buys, they were winning these scenarios with weaker weapons that kept them competitive throughout that entire first half showing. And 6 rounds is certainly going to be enough to feel comfortable going into the second half here, especially if you can win a pistol round.
Well, I don't know. If I'm Astralis, this feels like way more of a test than I expected for them coming into this. Got to be a little nerve-wracking considering they're probably feeling frustrated with the lack of their own success as well. Let's see what kind of a half Cadian can call Astralis into.
Yeah, pretty exciting game going over on the A stream as well, Jason, right now. FaZe versus Eternal Fire, a rematch that we got to see as that final game of the groups back in Kato, where Eternal Fire got the better of FaZe. That's going into map 3. So if you're interested in following that action, you can find that over on the PGL A stream. It's SHR. Second half gets kicked off. Jewel Beretta is firing down into the ramp room. Story makes a quick rotation in towards Hell, but sTawn doing good work here for Astralis, able to keep them flowing. Agil still quick rotation to Hell. Gets information spotting Astralis, not committing down into B. I guess with that info, they can go back up towards the A side, but Astralis realized they had been spotted going back towards ramp, so they take a minute to slow down, but look at that awkward timing.
Yeah, that's really uncomfortable. Okay, well, just being, this is odd. I've never...
What is it? I feel like I was expecting more of a bounce from Cadian. I think his feet were tied down.
I feel like it wouldn't feel as silly if he hadn't spotted the opponent ahead of time. But why not just swing into that fight?
Because I was shaking his axe at him. He's like, take a look at this.
You want to take attention, fine, but if you already know he's there, why are we not just killing the guy?
Well, at least some comedic relief from comedian.
Also, the idea that we're in his POV makes that feel like a little extra stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess if you've seen that from another perspective.
From the CT POV, it's like, all right, he's just trying to throw off the aim. But from his POV, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, comedian delivering again. And here's sAw, 5-7s and a deagle. So we did see them have a number of rounds with pistols like this in the first half that made Astralis sweat. Ooh, it's down. Involved in some smoke spam battles. Look at that little firework of smoke. Just a cloud in the sky. As Story's deagle blasts through the head of Cadian. SHR fighting through the windows of Hell. This is a little scary now for Astralis, can't lie. But, oh god, not again. Agil with another shot on the 5-7.
Yeah, They got to be patient, Astralis, at this point and try and pick off these deagles with these jiggles or repeaks. The hard thing is they have no utility to really put a whole lot of pressure on. So the deagle just keeps jiggling. And another kill comes out now. 2 versus 3, and they're stuck in like a trap, a triangle of death. They need to alleviate some of this pressure, but the AK is not providing the kills. And the player in Mini is turning the corner right now.
Device having to save his team from utter disaster here. 1v3, all 3 remaining players are so low, and Device is going to get down the vent and to the B bomb site. Astralis need to win this round. You can't let sAw immediately answer back with a force buy, and Device commits to the plan. They're running down the ramp, 2 sides. Utility going in towards Device. It's a smoke to pin him back in the corner, and now he can't see them, and a deagle shot lands. Oh no, Astralis, they lose to the pistols, and sAw can't quite believe they've picked it up.
Yeah, they just get so contained outside by pistols at range. They could not find the kills. It's just the constant jiggle peaks of the deagle.
Bomb has been defused.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they just, they all go on a bit of a walk outside, and it's their final destination. Just some bangers being landed, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say some of these kills are a little outrageous as well. So it doesn't like, I mean, some credit over to sAw for some spectacular shots, but Astralis really walked themselves right into a trap. Well, everything is primed for this to be an upset from a team that feels underwhelming in the sAw side of things just due to the news that's been coming out.
Yeah, but like you said, there can be that sort of dead team buff. So when the game gets scrappy, sAw loving it. Oh, SHR with 3.
Should be an easy cleanup from here for these last 2. Cadian's going to extend this a little bit, trying to go for an extra kill on a lobby push, but Roman's playing it smart. 8-7 in the favor of sAw, but Astralis did fully save in this round, so next round is a complete buy, AK-47s and utility.
Jiggles out of the hut and taken out by Roman on the close. So sAw lose 1 player. They keep their money swelling on the CT side. Like you said, a non-investment for Astralis, so their buy is coming up next. Good chance for sAw to avoid the problems that Astralis had in their first half. If they can build the money on the CT side here.
Well, let's see how clean this round can be. Let's see what Astralis can do and if they can do any damage and keep that money a little bit low. But yeah, you're right. sAw have a great chance to balloon this early on and build up a good advantage in terms of the economy. Smoke wall set up outside to allow Stare across with speed. Gabby looking for this push and still loses it. Good damage done, but 5-on-4 advantage to sAw.
Stare himself up into the control room, and Story's just not aware of that possibility whatsoever. Did not expect Stare to be so far forward and walked right by the windows to his death. So 4v4 thanks to that trade kill back from Stare, and now Mutiris is looking to try and stop the cross to Secret. He should be able to get away with this. Mutiris on the first, and damage to the second, finished off by Roman. 3v2 in favor of sAw's defensive. Oh my god, the timing is impeccable for Stare to come up the vent. They just look away and combines the device as he comes through main. So both of those kills swept under the rug, and Astralis should close this to tie up the scoreline 8 apiece.
I don't even think SHR should go for this. Normally a 1v2 at this situation with this early in the bomb, I'd say, yeah, challenge for it. Maybe you get this kill, but with 8 HP, even if you get 1. What are the chances you can find the next? Good kill from SHR. 1v1 now, but Device knows his position, and 1 bullet will do it.
Oh my god. SHR slipped through. Will he be able to be at? Oh my god, timing. Oh, he's got, it looked dead on. It looked dead on, but Device able to get the kill in the 1v1 to save Astralis, but that comes way too close, and really, it did look like he had won it. SHR looked like he was about to grab that.
I think he was still moving just a little bit. I think he was still moving. Saw the barrel, almost had the time for the reaction. What a win from Astralis. They're going to get away with one here. Good round from Stair. As you mentioned, his climb up the vent is pure timing. That's got to be so frustrating when you watch this back.
Oh, yeah, it was so close. And Device
Just goes into the wall. Yeah, shakes it off.
Yeah. Okay, and he's right back to firing. So story to go down. Astralis have tied up the scoreline, and they come into the following round, one player up immediately.
Oh, and there's that push. A lot of risk being taken. Yabby not caught off by it this time. Finds SHR, and Astralis in the driver's seat from now. Op is covering the crossover towards Secret. And with this much time on the clock, Astralis going to pump the brakes, look for the reaction before choosing where to go next. Device looking for this push from Roman.
And a strong start, and it looks to be a strong finish from Astralis in round 17. And it's going to claim the lead. Stair to go into main fight. Cirrus drops, and the second in for Stair is lovely. And yeah, Rug is more happy with that kind of round from Astralis.
Yeah, it's a really important round for them to win. Take those guns out of the hands of the sAw defense and show you can flex a little bit on your T side. Device with a nice opening, and then you just build upon it. Little jiggle in garage, and Story gets punished. There's another one of the risky pushes. That one's punished as well. And Device just all over the place. So round lead back to Astralis. And money is gone for sAw. Unarmored pistols, and they sit this round out.
There goes. Maturus is playing on top hut. He does actually find a little bit of safety, but Yappy's already down the vent. He's in the B-bomb site. They have sent one player down to deal with this. SHR just above Yappy. And that P250 in this position could prove pretty deadly if Yappy was to continue his walkout through decom, but he just throws a little bit of pressure down and then gets back into the vent.
Yeah, I mean, he tries to pressure it, but that's going to be a call like, hey, there's actually nobody here. What scares me about this one, Cadian, don't go a little bit too early. Don't go solo over in hut. Looking out, just clearing the rafters a little bit, set things up for later. Shadow shows, good kill from Yabby. So now that's some true pressure finally applied to that lower bomb site, and Astralis is going to wait and see if there's a push anywhere else.
Good work from Cadian. And yeah, should be clean here for Astralis. A couple of back-to-back rounds being won cleanly allows the money to build up beautifully here for the T side and give Astralis their best opportunity to close out this map. He's coming up next here for sAw. There's the plant. And Astralis should have no issues now taking 10. Inferno up next. That'll be the map pick of Astralis. I think sAw has to be one of the most confusing storylines of the last year. You know, this is a team that was just all positive headlines. It's still so crazy to me just watching how quickly it all blew up. Like, internally just kind of imploded. And it just hasn't really stopped.
Well, you know, reading the comments, I would suggest, I mean, the way that they've kind of phrased this, let's see, I have it here. After a lot of soul searching among the CS2 core team to plan for the future, we have thoughtfully decided that the time has come to end a cycle in sAw. After the tournament, Roman and SHR will no longer be part of the main line. This marks the end of a cycle. And so when I read that, it feels like kind of to what you were talking about earlier of the difficulty of kind of building a Portuguese-only team and always looking within your country and your region to pick up new players. This reads to me like this team is going to go international after these players leave, especially with the addition of Golden as a coach. That's just the sense I get with no inside information. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. I don't even know if that's actually the direction they're headed. That's just what it feels like to me reading the release.
Yeah, and it probably is the best choice if you want to be competitive again quickly, right? This feels like it would be
but also
extremely long term.
Yeah, but remember the host of issues that introduces as well, right? Language barrier. We know teams who have switched in international lineups have had problems with the language barrier. How much of that is there actually going to be? I don't know how much the players who are staying all speak English. So it'll be curious to see which route they take from here.
Ult off to the back of red. Maturus murdered by stavn. Here goes Roman, his turn through the smoke. It's going to be Cadian waiting on the other side of the smoke, and Cadian's going to handle that quite easily. What's happened? Astralis suddenly looked quite comfortable.
Oh, remember what I brought up at the beginning of this when we saw in the first half, Yabby get taken down at Squeak Door by someone walking through the smoke with a P250. We've now seen, just now, Roman making that kind of a play through a smoke in Squeak Door. From the CT side, we've seen 2 ramp pushes that ended up walking through a smoke as well. One successful, one not. So, I mean, I think at some point, Astralis is just saying, look, these guys are being a little crazy. These guys are trying to like do some sneaky advantages. These guys are trying to make plays that are going to confuse us. So just be ready for everything. And now, later on in this half, they do feel like they're ready for everything.
No, Device put down low. stavn also low in HP, but Device has hit a wall bang somewhere. And SHR is just going to hang on to this M4. Realize it's over. And he's going to hang on for the save. So we're looking at 11-8. Astralis getting into the final gear now. They've got money for days as well, so if they even start to lose a few rounds, they'll continuously rather have buys, and it feels good for the Danes. Especially because there's not a whole lot of money in the next round for sAw, right? So you'd probably expect a half buy, get one last good buy. Astralis will get to 12 off the back of that. Yeah, there we go. 5-7, it's just a half investment for sAw. Astralis send out early utility into towards the 8 bomb site just to bait out some util from sAw. They already had limited resources anyway, but in doing so have left them with even less going into the next minute 30 of this round. Setting up a little pistol boost on the boxes in ramp room. And unfortunately for sAw, it does not look like Astralis have many intentions of sending players there at the moment.
Good passage from Stair. Still, a lot of time has clicked off the clock. Astralis, when they make their move, is going to have to make a decision quickly afterwards. Boost up on top of the boxes. SHR spotted out, goes down. Good clear from Yabby. Not missing the corner this time. Cadian wrapping around through heaven as well. Going to climb up. 28 seconds on the clock. Upper bomb site is going to be under attack. That's where they want to finish. 20 seconds now, and one player steps into the hut.
Hitting over the top, and the AK not able to stop Story's P250. 15 seconds, that's all the time they've got, and eventually Yabby comes in with a double kill, and they've got to start planting that bomb real soon. So there's the commitment to the plant. Here comes Matthias to try and deny it in the last second. That was the only chance, and it's gone. So that's 12 rounds for Astralis. Map point on Nuke.
Yeah, really running it down close, but with the advantage of weaponry, it's all good. Mutiris is looking to grab that AK-47 at some point and bail out. That nade might have blown it away. Yeah, it did. That's unfortunate. That's a sad ending to the round for Mutiris, especially when you get knocked back into a backflip down the ladder. That sucks.
Yeah, at least you get some style points on the way out. But right now, Astralis' second half is a completely different story to the first. It's been pretty comfortable for them. Not having to deal with economic woes, not having to deal with back and forth round wins and losses. It's 5 in a row now for Astralis. Looking to close it out with a streak. Well, this is the last buy here for sAw. last to go of it. Astralis pretty quick in terms of sending Kading over the top of main. He gets traded out as he just swings around the corner right into the AWP. Oh,
Ooh.
Hello, Device.
Yeah, and he's been aggressive this whole half over in Radio Room. Usually Yabby's been there watching for it, but this time Device is just a freebie.
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, they're all lining up! No way! SHR gets all three of them. And that is what you call trigger discipline.
Well, it's nice and easy when the op turns the corner and you're just like, he ain't ever turning around. He's going to be posted up this whole time. Good job from SHR. That aggression has been a bit of a double-edged sword. He's gotten the positive end of it twice now. And this one's a thing of beauty. Device can't react in time, and it's an easy cleanup. 12-9. Astralis still 3 more chances and still plenty of money built up behind them.
SHR getting his highlight moment of the map. Let's see if it spurs sAw on to get anything else. Like I said, Astralis have so much money. So, you know, the buy just comes back and it's strong, and it will be for the next 2 rounds here.
They shouldn't have to save for the rest of the map, even if they're to lose these rounds.
So at least for regulation, yeah. So we've got Stare and Secret already.
Yeah, he's just chilling, looking for a push. Not coming just yet. Device gonna hold for a mini jiggle. That's not coming either. So Astralis playing these past few rounds slow. Miss Smoke lands way on top of the roof.
What? I feel like this is the second time we've seen that, no? Oh, there's a lot of Miss Smokes at the moment. Story, great shot.
They would have liked if it landed.
Yeah, would have loved that. Device dead.
I'm assuming that's supposed to be for single box to allow him to cross back.
Oh, Walker from Materis does not want to re-peek out into the open there, so stavn is going to make the most of this and just start climbing up.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They got 3 players in hell underneath the heaven ladder. That's not ideal. So now you kind of got to call a warning out to your upper defenders, but an interesting situation for stavn. Good kill from Yabby. Good second follow-up on the push. And that's the pressure of losing outside. Good move from Materis. But the lower bomb site is going to be the finishing play of Astralis. Yeah,
at least they got information from that death of stavn. But yeah, they're going to move into the final 20 seconds here into the lower bomb site. SHR now arriving. The player that won the previous round with Dax turned towards him. Nearly gets a multi-kill again. And that's exactly what he'll do with the USP. Stare to go down and round done.
How do they not trade that kill?
I don't know, Jason.
How did he not die that whole time?
I guess he just had enough cover, and the timing favored him on the first fight. But yeah, that's a little worrying for Astralis. Like you said, they've still got enough money to keep buying right to the bitter end. But you know, you got to take one of these chances.
Yeah, I mean, a round like that just falls flat. I mean, you're punished by your own mistakes. Smoke doesn't land, so Device goes down. Yabby gives you the winning move with a double kill at upper. It opens up the lower bomb site, but that needs to get traded. Kadia needs to have that kill, and then all of a sudden you've got the bomb planted and you have the lower bomb site secured.
Well, very quick again and getting one player down secret here for Astralis.
For both sides, you already have SHR down there. They're going to clash right here at the stairs.
Oh, Stare himself looking the wrong way. SHR, over the last 3 rounds, he's kind of had favorable engagements where they're not looking the right way. And SHR is making the most of those situations.
Yeah, he's doing a lovely job. He's having great impact for sAw down the stretch. Lower bomb site we go. Astralis showed they want to challenge hell. Forced back. So all 4 players going to come at SHR, and this time they will be looking in his direction.
Or will they? Cadian does run backwards here. let's wait and see. SHR, he gets smoked out. Ooh, will that actually help him? Oh, could this help him? Oh my god, it's going to help him. They line up, and he only gets 1 out of it this time. But that 1 might be enough, as it's the 3v4 Astralis have to turn back. A missed shot from Story might be enough space for Astralis to get involved in a round victory and try and close out the map here and now. Roman swings open Decon. Good damage on the Device, going to send the grenade in, and that's enough to sink him. And so Yabby steps up instead off the top of the cylinder. And Roman to go down 2v3 to close the map here. Now just down 1v3 total. Now just 2 remaining members of sAw left battling on Nuke. And sTawn, it's getting hot. It's getting heavy. And the grenade is landed on him, and it's not over yet. It is not the end of the story on Nuke. 11 rounds picked up for sAw, and we might just get overtime in the game that keeps on giving.
Yeah, this has got to be a timeout for Rugga to talk over with Astralis how exactly they want to close out this last round. sAw has taken all the momentum, all the wind out of their sails, and performing really well in the late round situations. Retakes onto the bomb sites have been solid. SHRs delivering good impact. And Astralis is stumped, unable to come out on top of this dead team walk-in. Cadian's the vocal one during the pause in the action, calling out his final commands of regulation.
Dude, it was looking so good for Astralis. They had 5 rounds in a row. Looked like they were just going to close out the map. Little 13-8 victory. First half was scary and back and forth, but second looked to be a different story. And then SHR just started kind of wrecking that one round where Device doesn't check his corner and he gets a 3K. From that point, it seems to be the turning point of the game.
Yep, this is brutal at the moment.
The good thing is there's always a risk. There's always a risk that BTarena hits the W key too hard and his keyboard falls off the desk. I can't believe how on the edge his keyboard is. That's crazy. But here we go. Last round of regulation.
It's all by design, Dinko. Yeah. It's all by design. Okay, there's that nade is very high. He's chucked that way up into the sky.
Boom, fireworks display. That's what we like. Yeah. Exciting.
You got to lean over the grenade when you kick it, and that way it'll go where you're headed. SHR tucked into the corner. Stare going to be the first one at contact. sTawn will need to trade, but this time SHR shut down with no impact. And he's been the big man on campus for sAw. Also the ramp player. So Yabby's like, cool, I'll happily start getting aggressive towards this part of the map.
And has the timeout proved effective enough for Astralis to finally compose themselves and get this final round victory?
Well, I have to imagine when Astralis get into ramp room, they have secret control, they have vent controls, and they're pretty soon to have ramp control because they've taken SHR. I imagine you start waltzing into the bomb site because you eventually realize we've killed their defenders who are usually here. But still a little bit nervous to make the play.
Another kill for Astralis. Cadian, he wins a fight that looked like it was definitely going to go the way of Agil on that peak, but 2v5 now for sAw, and a valiant attempt to try and get it back into overtime, but not looking too likely now. Astralis start flooding into the B bomb site. They populate every important area, and a retake looks too far-fetched to even consider a possible reality.
Oh, so it's the worst kind of comeback, Dinko. It's the comeback all the way to the edge. Yeah, it's the one that just falls apart at the last second. Shadow shows, but you ain't getting 2 here if you BTarena, not even 1.
Yeah, and the Roman Empire falls. Finally, the map is closed. This is Astralis to come out with a 13-11 win. I don't think it's a win that they're going to be able to celebrate or feel too good about, but just the fact that they got the W on the opening map, at least that's a positive for Astralis as they look to try and get their win here at PGL Cluj-Napoca. Of themselves is probably a very frustrating time for these individual players who know the ceiling that they can reach. Just they're at the floor right now, and it's hard to figure out where they are. But
at the floor and just trying to hold on, baby.
Yeah, it's there's a gaping hole in the floor, and they're falling into it at the moment. So look to just climb out of that, and let's see how they get into this. So Inferno coming up. Yabby had a great map on Nuke. Looking to try and continue that here for Astralis as they start on the T side. This is where we said that the device AWP is likely to be neutered, but a very comfortable rifler, very competent rifler as well. Quite a lot of util here for the CT side. Same could be said for Astralis. 2 HE grenades, smoke, flash, molly. A lot of utility about to go down in this B bomb site.
Ooh, double nade. Nicely done. Good opening pick. Good use of the utility and trading off the dualies, and that's the bomb site taken. And you ain't going to retake this bomb site on a pistol round into 3v4. You better get a gift real quick. Otherwise, Astralis is going to take the pistol.
Yeah, I would normally agree with you, Jason, but after the first map, anything's possible.
there's nothing locked in.
Yeah, anything is possible. Astralis is not giving any opportunities right now, though. But I really love that double nade setup. That was a cool pistol. Just blast away that common CT position with 2 grenades. And they're going to give it a fair shake, but... Oh, God. Okay, Yabby with 1 kill at the back of New Box. He just needs to stay alive. Oh, no. They've somehow lost it, Jason. Yep, I said it. You gotta believe there's always a chance. And they come back in. The time is close. The time is very close. And oh my God, 0.3 seconds left. And the retake is successful. Astralis let it go.
All right, well, I'm going to buckle in now.
Dude,
that's the kind of game we're getting.
This goddamn caster curse. You need to realize the power that you possess with it, Jason. You always use it a little bit too wildly.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, beautiful shooting from sAw down the stretch. They hit some absolutely banger immediate headshots in that retake, but still, it shouldn't be possible.
You see Materis doesn't even believe it. He's just like, okay.
No, but like, this is why, like, you posed the question when this started. Like, if you look at this Astralis team with the name on it and the experience of the games we've seen them play over the years and the level we've seen them play at, but like at some point the results aren't there. Even with like the big individual names, even with the names that we know can be so good, something's just not clicking in these scenarios, and that's a brutal way to lose a round.
Yeah, but, you know, they at least have a force buy. They can make out for it. They can bounce back straight away here. And it's a good opening kill. It's down to collecting.
Trading some weapons off. Cadian taking the AK-47 on sTavn, who's been damaged up to 64, so he gets the MP9. Utility being dropped for an execute. Astralis going to move into a little bit of mid-control. They've got 2 smokes to use. So they have another option after this salvo of utility. But with both of them being sent towards Rap Side, Library, and Spawn Arches, this feels like a commitment through Rap Side, using the AK and using the Galil for range.
Stair wrapping around long. Nice shot.
Damn.
Oh, the second's even better from Stair. Clean Deeks coming in from Stair. Ideal, though, a double from the pit. Oh my God, it's clean on the FAMAS. It's just sharp shooting all over the show. And despite Stair getting a double D, it's not enough to get rid of the FAMAS's power inside a pit.
Man, I don't know what to say. That's another round for Astralis. You get those 2 deeks on the wrap around the bomb site, and I'm not even saying they did anything wrong, but how do you lose? Like, this is a great performance, a great step up from Agiel when he's needed most, but how is this not just a 1 round after those 2 kills? SHR arrives super aggressive, taking some pressure off Agiel, but oh man, back-to-back rounds Astralis. That's heartbreak.
Yeah, so they're going to buy again because they're bringing it so close to doing quite a bit of damage. So they're going to throw Tech 9s all across the board. Mac 10 in there on Stair, but I mean, this is more unlikely to work out for Astralis.
What a rough start.
You can say that again. Well, I think we're getting the early signs. It's going to be similar to Nuke.
Yeah, and they've got forces up in halls. I thought this might be a halls pop on some kind of a timing. Plenty of utility to spend, and they can play a slower round with the amount of nades that they have. Left mid going to be blocked off from Boiler. Flashbang is out. Story's aggressively in front of it, and through the smoke he comes. Pushes all the way down middle. He thought it was a heavier commitment. Caught off by Device. Agal goes down inside the bomb site, and surely now, Dinko. Surely now, this is an unlosable situation.
What did I tell you, Jason? Be careful.
I'm going to test it one more time. This is going to be the caster curse match. I'm going to caster curse everything.
I think you're good now. I think you're fine. Yeah, this one's okay. So, sAw get a save. sTavn running up Banana, looking to try and take away another player, take away another weapon. Maybe he can even save it. Tough, given the fact there's 2 players and now being spotted. But Astralis eventually break through to their first round victory.
And they want the guns as well. They want the hunt. Good Molotov at this stage of the round. Nobody can hide triple boxes. Nobody's there at the moment, so it's not going to hurt anyone. Molotov from the CT side trying to keep back this hunt. sTavn wants the fight. Can't connect the shots, but does good damage, and I think that's just going to call it even. Stalemate decided upon. Keep the M4 for the next round, and Astralis is content with the victory.
This is the mid-aggression from Story not paying off. Device able to just charge around that corner. Cadian getting deep into the site, and the Tech 9s just overwhelmed him. And yeah, They have to be content with the victory. Util going up towards top banana. SHR on the charge. He's got banana control here with an AK. Roman is tasked with holding banana alone, and what that does is it allows them to spare an extra player for the rotate to bolster the A defense into a 4-man setup.
Well, up banana we go for Astralis. 45 seconds on the clock. They've got complete control. They can start applying some pressure. It's only Roman here for the moment. He's going to be forced to use that smoke just now. It plumes at 40 seconds. That'll expire, what, around 22, 23. So Astralis is forced into a really late round play, and sAw puts a lot of faith in that smoke. They shift a 4th defender back to the A bomb site. Astralis, this has got to be knockout punch. Entries have got to be clean and quick.
Oh, it's not looking too likely here, to be honest. Stairs just dives into the site and dies in the site. Now the wraparound long, 14 seconds on the clock, and sTawn delivering what's required, but SHR still here and fighting, so sTawn needs everything, and he needs the plant firstly, and he's gonna get it. But this is the ace for sTawn. If he can collect this, the V in his name stands for 5. And he's looking out long side. No push coming his way just yet from that position, and he'll start to read the possibility of either apartments or short. And sTawn needs everything, and he's going to get it. Headshot jumps up, Roman goes down, and sTawn delivers for Astralis.
Bails them out of a really, really tough position. Astralis didn't get anything they wanted. With the clock running down, a really dicey hit. 3 defenders, 4 defenders at that bomb site. And sTawn is able to trade them all off. The initial thrust into the site does damage, but doesn't open up opportunity. sTawn's there for the cleanup. But that's Astralis getting bailed out. That's not really a round that you're going to want to lean on. That's a big save from sTawn in the early going of Inferno. And back to pistols for sAw. All 5 players towards the B bomb site. They've got 1 flashbang from BTarena, so going to set up a late trap to push in on the thrust from Astralis.
Petty coming through with the MAC-10. First kill is on SHR. USP stack gets 1 pick, but now Astralis knows what's up. Surely there's nothing else.
I don't know if they spotted
I don't know if
numbers.
they've seen everything. Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, you can imagine at least 1 extra CT spawn with that flashbang, but they're just supremely confident now. sTawn coming in, needs to clear first oranges, and will. Some missed shots from Roman give up the position, and sTawn is just fragging. These past 2 rounds, 9 kills for sTawn.
Used to always enjoy watching sTawn's Face It demos, like when he's pugging on Inferno in particular. I feel like he has a pretty good understanding of the T side, and we saw, especially towards the A bomb side. I always enjoy watching him sort of find good timings in and around the top mid smokes and getting out long. Seems very comfortable in that position, and that's where he's done most of his hard work so far. Let's see if that performance from sTawn continues. It is 2 rounds, one of which against some weaker weapons, but let's see if he can continue that into the gun rounds. He is the player that you'll want to step up for Astralis alongside Device, but we just haven't really seen that click at any point yet. But little glimpses.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. It's just those glimpses. There's no consistency to it, which is really frustrating, because I think everyone wants this roster to do well. It's just clear something's a little bit off as they still try and figure it out. Passive opening at banana for Astralis. sTawn doesn't want to mess with anything, knowing coming into this round that there's going to be plenty of utility in the hands. Deep nade whizzes past, but the second one lands perfectly. Yabby and Stare chunk down. So decent start with the chip damage on utility for sAw as they set up a heavy brackets defense. One smoke and one Molotov left on the CT side. That's on Agile, who's over towards lane. Yabby spotted the boost, so he's gonna get another flashbang. Comes in. Oh, that's beautiful. 2 entrances. Good information gathering, and what a sick play from Yabby. Over to the B bomb site we go, and again, no utility here to slow this down or prevent the swarm coming at you.
Yeah, well, grenade goes to the back of the site. Roman, bullet to the back of the head, and Stalin through the CT smoke. Well, not much you can do about that. So, 4th round for Astralis. And, you know, considering the first 2 rounds, could have been a flawless start for Astralis, but they're going to have to take it. It's looking pretty good right now for them on this T side.
Yeah, but it's good seeing them recover from it at least, because, you know, if that could have been a talking point for the rest of this half, and also, I mean, it could have just been a sign that Astralis was going to play a rough game, and now we can kind of look at it with the context of the rest of these rounds. There's, you know, been some sketchy, the one sketchy round that went very, very late in the round that they came out on top of, but those are mostly hiccups to start the map more than any kind of consistent, you know, difficulty or deficiency. 1 versus 4, and this AK-47 going to be trying brought into the next round, and they're hunting him.
Terrorists win.
Astralis look a lot more deadly on this T side, a lot more clean since that sTawn step up. Looks like they could build themselves a really strong T side here out of the first half. sAw, again, having to play with some weaker weapons. Astralis should be destined for 5. Apartment set up with Agile and Matiris being set up together in the hallway. Yabby just spotted enough of them, and he's going to drop back into the bedroom. Fake the drop. Actually, nice little maneuver there from Yabby. They just didn't continue the push.
Yeah, I mean, they realized the moment of where they could have caught him off guard had been missed, and anything pushed forward would just be giving your life away for free. So still with this kind of armor and the MP9, the 5.7s, they feel like there's still some work to be done and a way to turn this round in their favor. Flash in for Stare to clear Boiler. Astralis still spread out on the default and still taking their first steps of map control, so not committed to anything just yet. Stack at the B bomb site for sAw.
There's Agile. Peek out. Dead to Stare from Boiler. And there's 4 players stacked over towards the B bomb site. Astralis currently have their eyes set on A. Story's going to start investigating back over towards Archway. But if they decide to go to the A bomb site, or even through Story, there's no way he can stop anything. So Astralis looking to keep it clean towards J bomb site. Smoke for Arch and Library. And there is no one in front of these smokes at all around A. So a free round now for Astralis. And we are looking at 5-2.
sAw not even rotating over to mess with any kind of exit kills. They could set up somewhere. Astralis is mostly going to huddle up in the pit with this plant to keep them safe. And Story's hoping someone's going to go for the hunt, but there's no reason for Astralis. So yeah, 5-2 and starting to look clean. Starting to look like they're getting a good read of the situation. They're saving a lot of utility early with this decision not to really battle for Banana a whole lot. I mean, even when they're heading up rap side in this round, I know it's against just pistols, but they still have 5 smokes remaining. So P250 from Story is going to get taken out as he gives up his position. Good flashbang. But guns come out in the next round for sAw, and their defense has another chance to mount resistance.
Terrorists win.
And Mature caught at the end there as well. So no mercy from Astralis. 1 play staying alive for sAw, and the fist bounce coming. Astralis definitely enjoying the game at the moment. Not that rocky road that they were on over on Nuke. Did have a streak of round victory similar to this over on Nuke though. Nice and unravel near the end. But it feels different at the moment.
It does feel a little different. It feels like they're feeling more comfortable. Maybe Story can change that. Op is in the field of play. He's going to be the supportive element over towards Banana and open up the rounds. Deep utility, deep Molotovs. And that one doesn't spread, so sTavn happy as can be. Roasting marshmallows over underneath the tree.
That sounds like a children's poem. I loved it. Great words, Jason.
Thank you.
Very relaxing. Oh, Story. He wasn't a fan.
There's that Molotov, right? Story thinks that's clear the whole time. He doesn't think there's going to be any danger coming from logs, but the Molotov not spreading just ruins his entire day. So that's the AWP taken down without even, I don't even know if it fired a shot.
Once again, having to play from a disadvantageous situation here, saw on the defense. We'll have one player defending B. Util is going to go down as well, so a CT smoke out from Astralis has made them a little uncomfortable, but SHR hasn't seen any signs of further progression, and so he calls off that rotation from Roman, who stays committed with his gaze upon this A-bomb site instead. Materis at long side, here they come, 35 seconds, Astralis going to fight him, Materis touched the fire, oh, his teammate's blocking him, oh, it's all falling apart here, but Roman making up for it and getting a double kill back on Cadian and Stair. 25 seconds remaining in the round, Astralis trying to figure out, is the B-bomb site an option? And certainly it is at the moment. sTavn is investigating that, calling the bomb to come back. The rotation's now arriving through CT spawn, and a smoke for device should allow the bomb to be planted safely while Yabby keeps them pinned on A. SHR coming through the smoke, and the bomb just about goes down, and Device gets the AK out in time. That was a small chance. Oh, I didn't even notice you were gone.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. That's synchronicity. Roman gets to go down last. Good shot from sTavn. And Astralis now starting to pile it on.
Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't talking directly to you, Jason.
I tried to message you on WhatsApp. My mic crashed in the program, but we're back.
Oh,
it's all good.
I see that, yeah. Yeah, you're all good. Don't worry about it. No one would have even noticed.
Well, Roman does a good job with a couple double kills, or with a double kill, but nothing to be said at the end of the day to actually stop this. So Astralis with a 4-round lead and starting to really build into things. sTavn putting together a good map, which is great to see. I know, like for me, when this Astralis lineup came together, just through all the disappointment, this, I think on like a basic level, this Astralis lineup is really the kind of the story of, can sTavn become the superstar that we always wanted him to be in Heroic? He needs to make that leap. He's going to have to be the kind of center point rifler in my mind if this team wants to have that impact. So good to see him having a good game here so far.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see him having a good game. Few and far between, sadly. And for sAw, feels like this CT side is not going to be all that impressive whatsoever at this point. This is their buy, a Scout, 9. 3 upgraded pistols.
Well, we know the CT side can get kind of snowballed on Inferno. The T side has the kind of economic control that Astralis has and keeps resetting. I mean, it can sometimes be really frustrating to kind of try and get your CT side back in shape. And that same thing can be done to Astralis in the second half. I think the point of this half right now for sAw has got to be make sure you claw together 2 to 3 more rounds so you have some room to play with in the second half. At the very least, give yourself a chance for your T side to be able to do something for you. Yeah.
SHR dead. And Astralis into a 5 versus 3 should be easy to close out, and certainly looking like it will be thanks to Yabby onto Agil. Roman to drop a smoke and defend his life for the next few seconds at least. I think people were describing sAw's current situation as crashing out, Jason.
Crashing out.
Yeah. And I think it's a pretty accurate way of talking about it in all respects. Their performance here in Inferno and the team themselves. It kind of works. We haven't got a lot of rounds here for sAw, not a lot to play with, but they at least have money now. So maybe they can piece it together and close out with an extra couple here to play with out of the first half.
Well, last time we saw Story with his AWP, didn't get really a chance at the shots. Stabn had that position behind the Molotov at Logs, and he got taken down for free. So you hope this time he'll have a little bit more of a chance to establish something with the AWP. I would be curious if they're going to send him back towards Banana, where it can be an awkward engagement for an Opera with all that utility, or if they send him over to the A-bomb site. It's going to be the supportive element once again for Banana.
Well, a wild spray from star, but I like the commitment. Good opening kills, though, from sAw. They stay ahead, but stabn does not stop coming. Eventually, he's put on the ground on top of the car. Cadian shot the Tech 9 lands through the smoke, and it's still a 2v3. It's still doable for Astralis, but sAw in the better position, at least with a player count.
I think if you're Astralis, you say, we got 2 kills at this site. We might as well just keep pushing forward and see if we can make something happen. Using utility to try and make Story nervous. They'll know where he's positioned due to the trajectory of the Molotov, and lands him in another one. And again, the ticks come in. If they have that piece of information, they work up the courage. They might have to move a little bit quickly. But Astralis decide to back out and see if they can catch anyone going for a quick flank.
Well, they've got a lot of time, so you can understand that. And Cadian with a bomb on his back. This could be a little... Well, if he goes down, basically the round is done. But if he wins this fight, it is open. And Cadian going to get involved in the fight against excl and lose his life. Bomb drop, device not near it. Still has 40 seconds left, but you would have to sprint back, get that bomb, and a lot of other positives need to go his way. So it's not happening here for device. Gets spotted out from CT. Story just tucking into the corner. Doesn't want to risk losing that AWP. His teammate's not close enough to get it back.
They don't want to risk losing anything at this stage. Like, every weapon is valuable with the money in their position the way it is. Astralis, once again, much like Nuke, have no issues with economy for the rest of the half. I don't even think they're going to be motivated to chase device down even after the timer. I think they're just going to so prioritize their own weapons.
Yeah, device is rich. He's got a lot of money left over here. He did win 4 majors. Well, he's gone. And we've got the 3rd round here for sAw. Device nearly has max cash, so yeah, it's going to be pretty for Astralis right to the end here for Device.
But this is the win that sAw needed. Now you're at 3, right? 1 more and you've got some room to work with in the second half. 2 more is fantastic. That'd be a great way to end a half in which you've mostly got dominated. If you could leave this half with 5, that's pretty crazy, considering the way Astralis has just kind of run up the scoreboard on you. So a small recovery here could go a long way for sAw in the second half.
Right into the action and right into the kill. Roman, he picks up the opener on stabn, and the opening success down Banana for Astralis in back-to-back rounds does not look pretty. What? That's how it goes down. Okay, stabn with a or rather, device with a shotgun off.
Yeah, but keep in mind, this is how tides turned on Nuke. When sAw was making that comeback happen, was those plays through smokes eventually just started getting more and more punished. So sAw has to be really careful they don't let too many slip away.
Great shot back from Matiris, and yeah, we are starting to see sAw recover this half a little bit. 4 rounds, teed right up. And Astralis in back-to-back rounds, it feels like they live and die on the Banana opener. Smoking towards CT, Molotov going towards Coffins. They'll give it a good go here. But Roman's position should be strong enough. Another rotation coming over for the rest of the resources. There's the, oh, great shot from Device. Nice flick out towards Roman. Is there any more offered up for Device?
They're dead set that someone's going to be over at triple. Over at New Box Story, he's playing deep with the op holding the angle. Bomb still not planted just yet. There's no way for Device to get covered. They need another kill, and there's only 20 seconds left in the round. Stair going to push forward. He's going to provide that cover by aggression. Misses the opportunity, but finds the Banana flank.
How has he got away with that? Is now Star needs to defend Device. The shots come in. It's down to time. It's down to kills, in fact. And Astralis find a way to win it. That is a huge recovery from Astralis. And that has ended the hopes and dreams of the CT half here for sAw.
Yeah, that one's so rough. They had a nice flank, but man, Stair getting aggressive throws everything off. Prompts the flank to come in early. And a huge advantage given up by sAw. Considering the kills they had, 2v4 converted by Stair and Device.
Yeah, Stair getting that kill on the banana flanker, that was huge. That was unexpected, but massive. And Stair just acts like a bodyguard to Device, a lethal bodyguard protecting them, and Astralis now looking for a 9-3 half here.
Well, they sense a little bit of aggression with that deep mid smoke, spamming through it, forced sAw to give up on the idea. When these smokes clear in banana, sTawn has an avenue to start pushing forward and gain control, not utility for sAw to maintain any kind of position. So map control is going to be conceded to Astralis with relative ease.
Set up outside of A. 4 players for the CT defense here to deal with the 4 of the attacking Astralis. In terms of having numbers in the right places, the best chance for sAw to get a 4th round win. Here comes the swing. Stair didn't spot Roman as he was shrouded by the cover of the debris tossed up by that HE grenade. And Astralis lose another member and a lot of health here on Cadian. 30 seconds remaining in the round to do something.
Well, not going to happen, at least initially. Cadian, the last left with an AWP over towards the B bomb site. Man's known for winning some crazy impossible clutches in his day, but I don't ever think he's going to expect SHR to still be sitting behind these boxes, and there's not even really time to clear it. So he's got to go for the plant and tapped away. That's the half, 8-4 in the favor of Astralis.
Yeah, 4th round to work with for sAw, but you have to say that was a great T side from Astralis, even considering the beginning, right? They lost the pistol round. They probably shouldn't have lost that in the retake scenario, right? Then they lose the follow-up round. So there was kind of a rocky start from Astralis, but they stabilized, I think, mainly thanks to sTawn, who had a great T side. And they were able to get a pretty convincing lead on the T side. Could have been even better, but multiple chances to certainly increase that lead. But sAw hang in there. And we'll see if it's going to be enough with just 4 rounds. I think they would really need a pistol round to kick off the second half.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you're going to also want to keep the AWP out of Device's hands as much as possible, which winning the pistol can go a long way to doing that if you get the early economic advantage, delay him being able to pick up the AWP, because as you mentioned, kind of heading into the CT side, Device with his AWP being super mobile is really quite a menace to deal with. And that's an eventuality that sAw want to delay as long as humanly possible. So they're going to get a chance on offense. Story picking up utility. Mutiris has flashbang as well.
Well, pistol round kicks off. First look at the Astralis defense. Mutiris going to be down in banana. He's the man with utility. So you don't want to lose your life earlier if you're Mutiris. You'll lose that molly or flash. Roman boosted up into the bedroom.
I'm assuming Mutiris maybe show they want to take banana with utility. But I think with that piece of aggression from Astralis, he's going to give it up. Yeah, this is always going to be a Hulls pop. So it's Stair in the pit to defend initially. He's got a teammate over towards the library, but the kills need to come out, and Stair's already gushed up and taken down.
Into the site. They populated A. Yabby charging up through middle. Begins the first step in liquidating that population. Story cast aside, but 1 player apartments, 2 in the site, 1 in the pit. It's a strong post plant setup here for sAw. Jason, you want to say it's unwinnable?
It's unwinnable.
Well, here we go. Astralis immediately win. And we've now got Mutiris and SHR inside of the site. They're doing their best, and they're fragging out. But Device comes in on the Julies, and they're going to get to that defuse. Cadian going to hold it all the way. No kid on his back, but he's got time. He's going to hold it, and Astralis pull off the retake.
There we go. Perfect. As I said, unwinnable for sAw. Good retake from Astralis. Nicely done. It's clinical.
You can't win a post plant. You can't win a pistol post plant in this game. That's just the rule. Dude, they had such a sick setup too. 2 in the site, 1 in the pit, 1 in the apartments. That feels like a golden recipe.
I know, it really did. I mean, again, though, good shots. This is the brutal one. Yabby just having a game. He had that lovely first map, 25 kills, now putting some hugely impactful frags on the board of the pistol. And Astralis is getting the second half started very, very well. A buy back up into it, and it feels like maybe the map is on this. Otherwise, it's a huge hole for sAw.
Charge up through Banana. Here's Mutiras leading it with a Mac 10, but he's held back behind the fire. Coming right through. Cadian, it's a leaping Mutiras, a leaping deadly Mutiras. Cast aside.
In his defense, he throws his smoke off the wall to bounce in the front of the site to give him some space to wrap towards into water, and that smoke hit like a curved wall and bounced right back on him. So that smoke actually went nowhere he wanted it to, which made him completely exposed as he jumped on through. But Dinko, at the end of the day, the fast-paced B rush doesn't work at all. Doesn't get him anything.
No, it doesn't. But I like it. You know, it's fun to watch at least. Didn't get the intended result. Yabby, drop it down into first oranges. Down, and Cadian has got the cover up. And it is now looking very, very good for Astralis with a strong start to the second half.
And without a plant and without doing damage and getting kills, there's no real motivation or need for sAw to invest in this next round either. It's just like you can't really find the advantage off of it. So you kind of just got to sit back and look up at that scoreboard and think about the deep hole you're in and the comeback you're going to have to make in the next round. Now watch them force buy. Half buy.
Yeah, not everything. Not going all in. Don't have a better buy into the next round, but it does mean that Astralis, 11 rounds, most likely to be picked up here. Cadian with some sprinting down Banana.
Yeah, Astralis they're starting to feel it now. Look at it. He's continued. He's already pushed through the base of Banana Smoke and sees nothing in middle, so they know Halls is going to be a point of attack. sTavn goes down, challenging against the Tech-9. So does Device. That's a deke from ult mid. And you've been a little bit too confident, haven't you, Astralis?
Maybe just a little bit. Here comes the Deagle. And they lost a round like this earlier on Nuke. Looking like history is about to repeat itself as Cadian and Yabby have to pull back a 2v3. Bomb plant coming in, but Cadian, this comes down to the fight. It comes down to the fight versus Story, and Cadian is going to lose it. It's now Yabby, dead to Roman, and oh my god, half by victory for sAw.
I mean, this is just Astralis getting way, way too confident.
We liked it at the start, and then we hated it.
Well, it's like, look, if you have this push coming down Banana and you have Cadian on the flank, he's the proactive one on the map, and not everyone can be challenging at all times. Like, look, sTavn doesn't need to go for a second challenge there. Device sticks around taken down from alt mid. You don't need to be pushing this because this is the area Cadian's flanking. So if Stair's like sitting back and he's in pit and playing it safe and buying time, getting his one kill, Cadian's flank is able to have impact, but not everyone can be aggressors all in the same moment, and it's just a weird, silly round from Astralis to lose. And more importantly, you want to talk about a lack of results. Those are the kind of round losses that give teams chances to come back in maps and surprise you in a map that they really shouldn't have any business winning. So we'll see if sAw can take advantage of that and make this interesting.
You said limit the amount of times you can get the AWP in Device's hands. Well, he's got it out now. So let's see what he can do with it. He's going to be positioned over towards B for this round. And he's not alone. He's got the trusty help of Yabby. And that utility is enough to scare them back.
Yabby's holding onto his smoke as well, so as soon as any indication comes that this hit is... Oh, there it is, and they're going to come right through that smoke. Looked like they might turn the corner, but didn't beat it. It's going to negate some of the T-sided utility. Device picks one off, and the hit is committed to.
Yeah, great first shot from Device. Second is better, and he'll go again. Missed shot on the third, but he's got the rifle support, but now he no longer has that. Device is out of bullets in the primary weapon, but his teammates have rotated over, and just the reinforcements are in position to make sure Astralis hold on to it. So good work from Device on the AWP, gets his 2. And enough on the rotation from Astralis.
It feels like this is a map unlike Nuke, where sAw don't really have the same feel of how they want to, like, what they can fall into if their plan A is stalled out and kind of taken away from them or readjust on the map. All 5 players in Banana, and you're kind of just making the call to force through the smoke. Not ideal. The smoke break isn't as effective as you would have liked, and a nice, easy cleanup for Astralis as Device does most of the heavy lifting.
And that's kind of why you want to limit the AWP. Well, he'll keep it. He's got it to wield again. And sAw unable to make the most of their opportunity picked up in the previous round. Calling their third and final timeout. At least here in regulation for sAw. Getting Golden on the mic. If you lose this, money's in the bin. Astralis will be on series point. Aggression from KD to the half floor. He's got his teammate boosted up on top of him. It's Yabby making the most of that situation and positional advantage. He stares down to SHR below him. And Yabby's not falling off this wall. He wants to hold it. His watch is not over.
Ooh,
But
damn.
that's one hell of a shot. Adds the bomb carrier, just charging forward alone.
Yeah, awkward situation for Stair. Uses this slight gap to get an angle, and now he's pressured from two different positions. Oh, this is trouble. Good kills, good headshots. Roman started it off, and everyone from sAw follows up and builds off his success. Device left alone in a 1v4, and it's a mission to save the AWP, and he's going to desperately try and find cover. He knows the hunt is coming.
I just love how mad that round was from Roman. You know, he's just, all right, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, take this fight alongside. And once he makes it work, he just continues that charge. Great shot from Device. He's going to know the second player in Banana, but he's aware of the possibility of the CT flank too, and it's not allowed to happen. Story trying to get to the AWP, and didn't look like he got it. So
It sounded like he got it, though.
okay, sounded like he got it. Didn't look like it, but maybe he's got longer arms than I expected, Jason.
Yeah, I think he's got some hustle. He's strapped on them Nikes.
Yeah,
there we
he's
go.
got it in his hands right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, this is Roman just kind of saying we need some magic. We need some special sauce. Good swing from him, and obviously just opening up the entire bomb site. That's a 4-on-5 conversion from sAw, so the game's not done yet.
Here comes the push through top mid. Smoke fades away. Agiel and Roman cleared out from behind that smoke. It fades away, and immediately Yabby has 2 kills on the MP9. It's a disastrous start in round 18 for sAw.
Yeah, and the mid smoke had been replenished at the perfect timing. So that smoke clears, and there's no one to support Agiel and Roman whatsoever. They're just sitting ducks at top mid with a 4-man stack waiting on each side. That's a brutal way to go down.
SHR attempting to fight back, and Astralis have lost some unlosable rounds so far in this game, so don't count them out of this just yet on sAw's side.
They've lost the B bomb site, and the AWP is perched up, and Device
timing,
is
dude.
so lucky.
Oh, but you might get a second chance here, Story. 35 seconds, bomb now picked up. Story, he may not have got the kill, but he's still holding down that position, but he misses the shot now, and that allows Astralis to move into the ruins.
He's got to maintain
so now
aggressive.
the round becomes more difficult.
He's got to be aggressive because they don't have a smoke for the cross. Oh, he's going to go down for free. Stair is just waiting. Calls it out. Good transfer. Good transfer. Tens eat your heart out. Beautiful from Stair.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice from Stair. Nice little closer on the play, but yeah, suddenly a way into the round there for sAw, and it looked lost from the get-go with that double opening from Yabby through the top mid-smoke. It just fades away. As you said, it replenishes, so there's no trade potential either. SHR gets that one pick, pushing out a balcony onto Cadian, but this, great stuff. The Danes are pretty good at the double kills in that kind of fashion.
Yeah, also, I mean, well done just like maintaining that passive position as your teammates are the aggressive one, and he's there to kind of follow things up based off what they found. So, I mean, just a really good job of leaving him to protect the flank. 12-6. What, they had 4 chances on Nuke to close it out. Now they get 6 opportunities here on Inferno.
Yeah, and I mean, the money situation for sAw should make this a little bit easier for Astralis to close out, but I say that they have had some difficulties. in dealing with low buys and ecos. Stavn's had a great map here, 20-9. We'll see where he ends as this map closes out. Ooh,
Nice
that's
deep
a
nade.
meaty grenade.
Yeah, and that utility, that smoke is going to be annoying. Flashbang blinds Yabby, but they don't see him yet, and now he just holds down the trigger, and he's going to get a gift.
Yeah, it does damage onto the third player as well. Yabby with 2. 3v3 damaged players here on sAw, and it looks like they're about to fall to their knees as Astralis are about to take a 2-0 victory. Stabn to defend the back of the site. 20 kills, 9 deaths, and perhaps he can round it out 22-9 if he could take these final 2 kills as they move into the site. They line up for him, and Stabn does exactly that. The Danes of Astralis, they weren't great today, but certainly effective in taking a 2-0 victory. A strong Inferno to close out a mediocre Nuke as well, and they will defeat sAw in 2-0 fashion. We'll see what they're capable of doing in the rest of the matchups here.